So every time I post a video about like things your kids are coming home telling you from the other parent, people always get mad in the comments at me and say, yeah, but you can't prove it. Nobody can ever prove it. Like the judges are telling me that everything I'm saying is hearsay. Yeah. So you need a strategy. You need to understand the laws and the filing rules and all of the things, rules of evidence, because you can't just walk into court and say, well, this is happening behind closed doors and you don't have any evidence of it or the harm that it's caused your children. So first of all, you need to speak to a lawyer about what the rules of evidence are in your area. You also need to understand how to prove emotional abuse. In most cases, you will need an expert. You'll need an expert to testify to the fact that they investigated the issue and found that there was emotional harm involving the children in conflict and what the solution is for that. They will make recommendations. This could be like a custody evaluator, guardian ad litem, some sort of court professional who has the ability to uncover these facts and talk to the court about what would solve the problem. So many people just run into court with all of this journaling they've done and they think that it's wild. The court just doesn't believe them. And what I say to that is flip the tables. Would you want your ex running into court saying all of this stuff that they can't prove and then have them be believed? No. We don't want a system that does that. So the court can't make decisions based on opinion, and your journaling, they can only make decisions based on evidence and good documentation that is backed up by evidence. I could talk for hours on this. Oh wait, I did. I talked for hours on this on a webinar that exists on my website. If you go to my website on the events page, you will see a webinar called A Child's Voice. That is the webinar where I talk about how to build a case to show the professionals that your children are involved in conflict or facing emotional harm and how to prove that, how to speak to professionals about what your children are experiencing. So that's a good place to start if you want my resources. Otherwise, speak to a lawyer or an attorney in your area who is skilled and has proven this before, because it can be proven, and many of my clients are proving emotional abuse and have proved emotional abuse. It's just a matter of getting the evidence you need and then packaging it in a way that the court will understand that there needs to be a solution for this for your child. But running into court and saying, my child told me this and tells me that the other parent is doing all this, saying all this stuff to them, that's not evidence. That is not strong enough, because your ex can run into court and say the exact same thing about you. So let's learn how to build a strong case with strong documentation and legal strategy.